My call to ministry goes back to when I was in the military. I was part of a unit that was going into Nicaragua, Sandinistas, dealing with Noriega. A lot of drug war was going on. This in a division from the 1st Cavalry Division out of Fort Hood, Texas there. That's where I was stationed at. Had been involved with 19th Street Ministries there. Had a helicopter crash. And from the helicopter crash, began to just really go back to my roots of church. And I remember praying, God, I will lead men's ministry. I'll do what you want. And I said these words, but I'm not pastoring. It's that old proverbial joke. You want to see God laugh, tell him your plans. So long story from there, I connected, began to go on that journey of discernment. I left the military, went to seminary at ITC at Morehouse School of Religion in Atlanta. At that point in time, in 1985, I was licensed at Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church in North Carolina, where I grew up. Got ordained in 1986 while I was in seminary by the Southern Baptist Convention. I grew up missionary Baptist, but the church that I was attending during seminary was an African-American church, but it was a Southern Baptist missionary church. And so when I got ordained, my ordination was Southern Baptist. The following year, I left seminary because our son was born, Joshua, and switched roles. At that time, I was in seminary. Beverly was working, had to switch roles. She stayed with Josh, and corporate America set in, and I began to travel with corporate America. In 92, I decided I couldn't do corporate America anymore. The call from on God for ministry was so strong, so we left. I connected with Dr. Campbell and several of them in Slidell, met the Narcissus, and decided at that point in time I was going to become a United Methodist. It fit my call, it fit my theology, it fit where I was a practice. So I made that transition from the Baptist church. Went to seminary again. This time I went to Southern Methodist in Dallas, and I met Dr. Henry Masters and Reverend Dr. Zan Holmes. They took me under their wing. While in seminary, I started a new church there. That church became Jubilee United Methodist Church. It's still going strong today. Dr. Henry Master and myself co-pastored that. And it was from while I was doing that I got into Louisiana Conference. Had some visits, and then got asked from the bishop if I would come to Louisiana Conference and if I would do a cross-racial appointment. And that started my journey here. In 1996, I went to First United Methodist Church. Great congregation, great ministry there. Stayed there, and then went on into Cornerstone, and from Cornerstone to other churches. That's how I got into Methodist ministry. Huh. It's a funny story. I had 7 pastors. We became like our own little cohort. So I decided we need to go away for a vacation just to relax, set up a counseling appointments at one of our Methodist churches. We went to Orlando. We had 2 condos. Well, I loved golf, and I was going to take them out to play golf one day, but I'm also a trickster. So one of the guys was with us. I took some golf balls, showed him how to hit the golf balls. He's out there. I then switched a ball, and I put one of these joke balls in it. So he goes up and he hits this ball, and it's one of these exploding golf balls. And he turns around and says, "Man, I hit that thing so hard, I knocked it out of the..." And we're laughing because I told the other guys what was going on. But he really thought he hit that golf ball so hard that he just burst the golf ball out. That's one of the things I remember. But it also showed us that in the midst of ministry and all the stress and all the pressures and all the demands, we must always laugh. And so I've kept that spirit of laughter inside of me to keep things down. That's a story that I remember that's so dear to my heart. Oh God, the list is enormous. First, it has to be for all the bishops and district superintendents that I served under. And then I got to say the churches that took chances with me, began to take some vision walks with me. They were very helpful. They prayed for me. They challenged me. I remember at one church, she was a lay leader, Jermaine Mathis, who later became a pastor in the Texas conference. We were in the midst of some administrative council stuff, and Jermaine said this. She said, "Pastor, our disagreements don't have to lead us to destruction. They can lead us to development. And I've taken that statement and I've given Jermaine the credit for that, but I've used it in trainings with other pastors and even in churches that I've served, where we've had contentious moments over issues, to lead them back to that statement. That was so profound of a moment there at that church. Pastors go, again, Dr. Henry Masters, Leslie Norris, oh my God, Missy Head, I can go down the list, Don Cottrell, all the way down the list. These are folks that just poured into me. Marie Williams, John Williams, I could go on and on and on. There's so many. Dr. Martha Orphe. The list, I don't even want to continue, the list is so long. All the clergy here in the Louisiana Conference that understood, as an African American pastor, we walk sometimes a different journey. And being able to be with them and them understand that and at least try to receive that has made this journey very special.